Texans fans, what's going on? I'm your host, Jeremy Chuggs, here at Texans Today. Another video from beautiful Colorado in my brother's backyard. I'll be back in studio tomorrow, but just a ton of stuff we got to talk about today because my guy Aaron Wilson, and if you're not following him on Twitter, you're not a real Texans fan. You got to go follow Aaron Wilson. He dropped a ton of knowledge bombs yesterday. We'll break down all of the Texans injury report that we need to know heading into the first day of training camp, which it is the first day of training camp. We're back, baby. We're back. Go down and hit that subscribe button. If you're excited for some Texans football, I'm so pumped to have actual action happen. Like, you have no idea how excited I am to actually see these guys on the field, getting some work in, and actually see some real football. So if you love the Houston Texans, if you love free Texans videos like you're watching right now, go down and hit that subscribe button. Even while I'm on vacation, nice little Colorado, I got to keep y'all updated with the latest. Before we get into Aaron Wilson's injury report, though, for the Houston Texans to start training camp, let's first talk about the signing the Texans made yesterday. Arthur Maulet, he is a veteran cornerback, adds to this secondary, spends about 75% of his time in the slot, some work outside cornerback. 8 years in the NFL. He's played for 5 teams, the Ravens, Steelers, Jets, Colts, and Saints. And this is more of a competition for the back end of the roster to, compete with the back end guys. We already know Kamari Lassiter, Derek Stingley, solidified. Those are your top 2. I think Jalen Smith, the rookie out of USC, might be the solidified cornerback 3, maybe not yet, but I think it's working towards that. So Maulet will be battling with guys like D'Angelo Ross, Damon Arnett, Tremon Smith, Miles Bryant, Keedrain Callaghan, and Elijah Huzzie, all those guys back into the roster, fighting for maybe one of those last cornerback spots on this team. Should be interesting though. Like I said, played a lot of his work in the slot. He's a fiery, feisty player. You've probably seen videos of him circulating on Twitter, getting into it with Chiefs players, which I absolutely love. But it's not a surefire guy that's going to make the roster. It's going to be somebody who's going to compete during training camp and during the preseason. But let me know down in the comment section, scale it 1 to 10, how pumped are you? How pumped are you for the guys to get out there to see even if it's just practice highlights, just to see these guys out there working? Scale it 1 to 10. I better see nothing but 10s in the comment section. If you are not at a 10 excited level for Texans football to be back, check your pulse, baby. Check your pulse, because we got Texans football finally on the horizon. I mean, hey, just a couple weeks away from a preseason game. So I'm super pumped for this team. I'm super pumped to see these guys out there. Let me know if you are too. So let's get into the injury report. And the biggest one that I saw from Aaron Wilson yesterday was around Christian Harris. And if you followed the team last year, if you've been subscribed since last year, you know the roller coaster ride that is Christian Harris. He was, almost back, and then he came back and only played for 2 games. So the team is expecting him to be fully ready for training camp. They're expecting him to be fully ready to go. He spent months rehabbing that calf injury. I do think maybe it could have been more of an Achilles issue with Christian Harris, but neither here nor there. All word is that he's making steady progress, and he'll be good to go for the start of training camp, which is today. So hopefully we see 48 out there. He's in a contract year, last year of his rookie deal, so this could be a huge year for Christian Harris. And I know, we all look back to that playoff game 2 years ago where he intercepted Joe Flacco and the Cleveland Browns for that touchdown. Absolutely incredible. He had a really good end to that season, that campaign, and last year was kind of a mystery. We never really saw Christian Harris on the field that much. So I'm really excited to see him out there. The Texans added EJ Speed, so it'll be Azeez Al-Shaair, Henry Toto, EJ Speed, and Christian Harris. Those 4 guys kind of vying for the 2 starting linebacker spots. The Texans run mostly out of a 4-2-5 where they only start 2 linebackers. So Azeez Al-Shaair, the other spot's kind of open. So it could be Christian Harris, could be Henry Toto, could be EJ Speed. Let's go to another injury that kind of more flown under the radar this offseason, but Joe Mixon, an injury update for him. He's been in a walking boot this offseason, got some cleanup surgery, dealt with a couple injuries last year to, his lower body, his legs. And, just I think more of a precautionary measure. The Texans are likely to ease him back into practice and increase his activity gradually as training camp starts. Medical outlook is positive as he enters this season. And, I think them signing Nick Chubb is big because it kind of adds to that, 1-2 punch. And I think it'll be good. What's up, guys? Yeah, y'all are good to go. I'm just making a quick video here on the channel, but y'all keep on doing y'all's thing. All right, so next up we have Trent Brown, the Texans offensive tackle, who they signed this offseason, was recently medically cleared by Cowboys team doctor Dan Cooper. Brown underwent surgery last year to repair a torn patellar tendon in his right knee while playing for the Bengals. Could, vie for one of those tackle spots. Could be, in the mix for the right tackle spot. I think Cam Robinson, Ariante Ursary, mostly on the left tackle. Right tackle, Blake Fisher, Ursary as well. And then you add in Trent Brown into the mix. Could be interesting to see how he does for this team. Dameon Pierce, Texans running back. He missed some time in spring, was not there during minicamp. Minor strained quad. But all reports are that he's recovered from that injury and is expected to be ready for the start of training camp. Jaylin Noel, the third-round pick out of Iowa State. He missed some time during minicamp with a minor hamstring issue, and reports are full recovery from the setback and is ready to start training camp full steam ahead. Really good news for the Texans rookie, who I think maybe the steal of the draft. Brevin Jordan, tight end. He tore his anterior cruciate ligament last September against the Bears, week 2. He's making great progress, running at high speeds, and he's kind of like Joe Mixon, expected to just be eased into training camp. I don't know if we see him full activity for at least the first week. Same with Joe Mixon, but good news on Brevin Jordan that he'll be ready to go at least for some of the preseason games. Get to see him kind of ramped up, ready for the regular season. Denico Autry, he was sidelined in the spring with a knee injury. He's expected to kind of ease back into training camp as well, where he's, older veteran, 34 years old. Don't think we'll see him in any preseason games. The goal is for them to gear him up towards the Rams season opener. So you probably won't see a ton of Denico Autry, but good news in that he's working towards getting ready for that week 1. And then the last one is Jimmie Ward. He had offseason foot surgery, not cleared to resume practicing after being sidelined the entire offseason. That's not the only thing that Jimmie Ward's having to worry about. He's also was arrested in June with a third-degree felony domestic violence, and his court date is August 13th. So that could really play into whether or not he makes this 53-man roster, which I think I would rather see the Texans go in a different direction. I mean, Ward, one of the first guys that Demeco brought over, but he's getting older. I don't think he really adds much to the team. And then with all these off-the-field distractions, is it worth it? I don't really think so. But that's the injury report from Aaron Wilson today. Just wanted to break it all down for you. If you made it to the end of the video, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And I'll be back in studio tomorrow. So catch it out, and I'll catch y'all later.